Oh man. All right. Here we go. How's it going, guys? It's Michael, Seeking Heat, back with Speaking Heat Live, Season 2, Episode 2. I just got over COVID, so I'm back. I'm feeling better. This is like a long time in the making. We've got Jesse Wagner of the Aggrolites, the wonderful, wonderful Aggrolites, coming on in just a second. Let me just give a little intro. Yeah, so I was sick last week. We were supposed to do it last week, and unfortunately we had to cancel. That was the second time that Jesse and I unfortunately had to reschedule, but we're back and we're going to do it, and it's going to be great. I'm feeling a little bit better. I think I sound better than I did last week, so this is going to be good. Let's bring in Mr. Jesse. Let me just send the invite again. And like I said, guys, ask questions. Make it a hang. You know, we're all just hanging out. We're going to learn about the Aggrolites if you don't know about them. They're a wonderful band. So let's see. Here he is.
Good.
How's it going, man?
Good. Not
We
the best
did.
place to do an interview. I'm in my car.
No, listen, I'm probably going to be doing my next one from my car. So
Okay.
nothing wrong with that. This is like a long time in the making here, I was just saying, and I'm excited to finally have you on.
Yeah. Well, last time I think it was car issues, right, with me.
I think so, yeah. And
Yeah.
and then somehow I fucking got COVID in 2025. Which
It's
is
going
just,
around, dude. I know about three. I'm a barber, so like right now I'm on my break in the barber shop,
oh,
and
nice.
it's going around, dude. There's about 4 or 5 different guys in the last 2 months that I have as clients and as friends that have had it. So it's getting around. I've heard it's a gnarly one too. So you feeling
I
better?
I am feeling better. Thanks for asking. One day was like just the day that actually you and I were going to chat. I was just down and out.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I mean, my whole family has it. My wife, my fucking 5 month old. I mean, he's fine, but yeah, I know it's crazy, man. Are you masking up in the barber shop? Like, I don't even do that anymore.
No, I honestly, I don't even. No, I don't. I feel like an asshole, but no, I don't. I don't mask
No,
up.
it's not. No, I'm
Uh,
very much past that.
I really don't even like. I've gotten sick in the last couple of years, and I haven't even bothered getting tested for COVID. I just kind of
Yeah.
get over it. But
No. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
Well,
masking up though.
no, but stay healthy. I'm glad that you're healthy. You look great.
Thank
All
you.
right, so I'm going to talk to you about the barber stuff, later on in this. But the Aggrolites, you guys, I mean, I got to say, are fantastic. So those of you watching who, for some reason, don't know, the Aggrolites are a wonderful reggae, rock steady, dirty reggae, as you guys say, band from LA. You guys have been doing it for over 20 years now. Um, the last time I saw you guys was actually at the Boston's hometown throwdown pre-COVID,
Oh wow,
um,
yeah.
2019.
That was full Aggrolites, right? Or because we did, I did one acoustic one too, but I don't remember which year was which.
That
That was
was full.
2019 then.
That
Yeah,
was 2019 full Aggrolites. I feel like there was like plane trouble too or something.
yeah. That was that. Both of those hometown throwdowns were a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the Boston's probably over like 100 times. They're my
Yeah.
favorite band of all time, and that was the first time I saw you guys. And I remember hanging out. There's the 737 crew, the Boston's like
Oh yeah.
fans, and I heard that I missed it, but you guys were hanging out with everybody after the show. That was like the word on the street, which I thought was really cool.
Little fun fact, since your favorite band is the Boston's, Joe the Kid was actually drumming for the Aggrolites for a good 6 months or so
Oh
years
shit!
ago, back around 2008 or nine, I believe. The biggest gig we did with him was we played Coachella, if you've heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
holy shit!
yeah, that was. There's some footage of it on the internet, but it was really cool. We got to go on stage right after Booker T,
Damn.
and our organ player got to use the same organ as Booker T, and we got to share a few words with him, take some photos with him, and all that. I mean,
That's
it was a cool year. It was Paul McCartney and Robert Smith from the Cure, uh,
damn.
and what's the guitar players of the Smiths name? I can't think of his name right
Johnny
now.
Marr.
Johnny Marr played also. There's a lot of great bands, but the highlight was being able to go right on stage directly, like Booker T's walking off and we're walking on. It was so cool. But
I mean, that's like when Coachella was more of a,
music
less,
fest
yeah, yeah, more of a
or
music
a
fest,
band
not
live music fest, I guess.
live music fest, not just a reason to TikTok or like,
Yeah, yeah.
or show people that you're there. I feel like other festivals are doing a better job at keeping it, like even the Riot Fest this year is nuts. The lineup
I've
is
always
like,
wanted to go to the Riot Fest, and we've never had the opportunity. It's always either we were on tour when it was going on, or we just didn't get asked. But one of these days,
which I'm
Riot Fest wants
surprised.
us.
Yeah, no, 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 no. If anybody's watching this that has anything to do with that, book the
Yeah.
Aggrolites. You guys, what I loved about you is, I mean, the crowd. Not that it was, anybody who's opening a show. Not that you were. I mean, you were billed pretty high up. I feel like 'cause everybody loves you guys, but the vibe just completely was kicked up immediately when you guys took the stage. I remember, and super positive. You're not singing about depressing shit. I think that there's something to that now, especially. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being political, whatever, do your thing, but you guys don't really do that, and I think like in this world, I think it's really valuable to kind of operate like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. We've always, I mean, since day one of the band, it's everybody has always had their own religious views or political views,
Yeah, yeah,
and we've been through so many members over the years, but since day one, it's always been, let's make this feel good music, and it's about
yeah,
having a good time. And it's great that there's a lot of political bands out there, and I love that because I love that side of especially in the punk rock world and stuff.
yep, yep,
But
hardcore,
also, I
yep,
think that there should be just as many bands out there with a platform of enjoy yourself and have a good time.
yeah. I
And
mean, and that's
I
kind
mean,
of
we like singing songs like "Pop the Trunk" and "Dirty Reggae" and "Funky Fire" and
yeah.
get out there and dance.
And it's yeah, no,
So
it's banger after banger, and it gets people moving, and it gets people hanging out, and I don't know, yeah, and I really think right now more than anything, the music that you guys do is just going to make people feel better.
yeah, and I have had a lot of criticism. I wouldn't say criticism, but a lot of times where people have come up to me over the years and been like, "Well, yeah, man. I mean, you got a platform. You're the singer of a band. You're singer of the Aggrolites. Like, you should be using your platform for this or for that." And when people say that to me, it's just kind of like, you know what? I'm making we're making people smile, and it's
Yeah,
if people show up to your gig and they're having a bad day and you're going to sing to them, make them happy by the end of the day, and they're going to walk out with a smile on their face, then we're doing our platform for something right. You know what I mean? It doesn't always
yeah,
have to be this way or that. And I'm glad there are a lot of bands that are that way. But then I'm also glad that there's bands like us to just, like the Ramones, just get out there and have fun.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
party music. It's a party band.
No,
And a lot of
exactly.
music from the late 60s and early 70s, which is what the Aggrolites are inspired by. A lot of that stuff was just party music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
dance music. So that's what we represent, man. Feel good music, good time. We'll,
That's
we'll
you.
we'll touch on serious things here and there, and
Yeah,
lyrics will be a little bit more serious in certain songs, but I think it's something that all different types of people can enjoy, whether you're this way or that way. And nowadays, with such a divide in our nation and such bullshit going on between left and right and
yeah,
religions and so on, I think it's good to have feel good music out right now. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That
So
said,
there you
are
go.
you?
That's my answer, and
It's
whatever
perfect.
people want to take it could take it.
No, it's
But I'm
perfect. It's
45 years old and happy with being feel good music. At least
I
with this band. At
No,
least with the
yeah,
Aggrolites.
yeah. Until you now that's it's your explanation for that is perfect. Not that you have to prove anything to anyone, and to the guy who gave you shit for not using your platform, you are using your platform. You're using it in
Yeah.
a very positive way. Like this, I think that is great. I really do admire that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I wanted to ask, we were kind of introduced, I guess unintentionally through the Vinny Stigma sauce that I collaborated on. So I'm,
Mm.
yes,
I
let's
bring it
go.
everywhere I go.
Fucking, you said you're, dude. I love that. We got to
Mm.
get you a holster. Yes.
Mm.
It's a
No, this
sipper.
is really good stuff.
Man, I'm glad you love it. Hardcore hot sauce is the guy Lauren Hernandez who makes all the sauces is a beast. His stuff is great. I'll get in touch with him to send you some stuff because his stuff is amazing. And to work with Vinny on anything was like I was pinching myself. I was actually it's funny. I was in the hospital with my wife when she was having the baby, and I'm on the phone with Vinny Stigma in the hospital room talking about this project, and it was insane. So
Yeah.
when you posted that video, I was like, "Holy shit! I know this guy." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I was so because like obviously you don't think that the Aggrolites and Agnostic Front are friends, like or like no. I think it does make sense. It makes complete sense. But it was a really pleasant surprise. So are you guys are boys? Like you guys,
Yeah.
yeah,
Shit, I met Vinny. I don't know how many years ago now. Um, Long time ago. The cool. It was actually Mike Gallo who
yeah.
introduced me to Vinny.
He put us
We were
together too.
playing.
For
We were playing punk rock bowling. I forget what year it was. Over a decade. Easy over a decade. And they were playing next door to us. We were playing a place called the Billiards Bar. I can never say it right. Billiards Bar Room, and next door to that, it's owned by the same guy. And Mike Gallo is backstage and like, oh my God, I can't believe the Aggrolites are here. You guys are the Aggrolites. And he's like, Agnostic Front's next door. Come over. And we went over, and me and my wife uh, went over. They put us on a list. We got to meet everybody. And the first words out of his mouth to my wife, which I think was the coolest compliment I've ever heard anyone receive. He goes, "Oh, you look like you should be on the cover of an olive oil bottle. Hey." And my
yeah,
wife comes from Italian family. My family, my mother's side of my family is Sicilian.
no. Oh, nice,
We got the cornicello and all that.
nice. I'm
And
Calabrese by
starting
trade
from
too.
there, it just started getting into talking about typical American Italian shit, and then
Yeah.
going from there into talking about uh, Bobby Darin to Sinatra, and then from Sinatra and Bobby Darin getting into talking about doo-wop and Dion and the Belmonts and all this and that. And then before you know it, me and this guy are, every time we run into each other at any festival, there's always at least 10 minutes of me and him getting together singing doo-wop together.
That's so good.
And he just became a really good friend over the years. He's one of the nicest guys I ever met.
He really is.
Definitely the godfather of hardcore.
100%.
And the guy's got a heart of gold. He remembers everybody. He's sweet to everybody. He treats everybody with respect.
Yeah,
And I don't think anyone can say any bad words about Vinny Stigma
yeah,
just because of the
totally.
way that he's been all these years and the way that he's treated bands. And I mean, going back to long before I was even born, his house or his apartment in Little Italy was the spot where bands would crash. It'd be like the crash house, if a band was on the road, they'd get to stay at Vinny's place. And he's been showing his loyalty all these years, and now the man's in his 70s, and he's still
Still doing it.
kicking ass on stage as if he's
Yeah,
freaking 25 years old,
yeah.
playing his ass off, playing his heart out, even doing what, wrestling. he's even
Right. Yeah,
he's
it's
even
somewhere in
doing
Brooklyn.
wrestling.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did a country slash, it's more of a country album. It's called The Outlaw. It just got
Yep.
released.
Yep.
And when I got the opportunity to be a part of that, playing guitar, doing some backup vocals, and then also mixing, we did some mixing. We mixed the album at my house.
Oh wow.
I wasn't the main mixer. It was Chip Hanna who actually
Yep.
ran the whole show, and
Another
Chip's
good
the one
guy.
that invited me on it. But
Damn.
when I got that opportunity, I couldn't say no because I would say yes to pretty much anything Vinny would invite me to be a part of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. And that record is so good. And I saw them perform it at Brooklyn Bowl, like, and I was in awe of him, but it exceeded every expectation I had of of that show.
Yeah.
It was so much fun, and they were having everybody was smiling in the band. It was just great, and the songs are really good. I mean, the production's great. Everything about it's like really good, and I think a lot of people were very like kind of like put off by it, obviously, because it's country, but like it's so him, right? Like,
I mean, it's what Vinny likes. That's the thing. People expect it to be a hardcore record, but man,
yeah,
Vinny's fearless, dude. He'll do whatever he wants to do. He's Vinny Stigma. He could do
yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And then, yeah, no, the songs. I mean, Chip Hanna wrote a lot of those songs. Vinny wrote some, and Carrie Martinez, another friend of ours, wrote a song. And then a lot of it's like old standard, you know, a lot of stuff I'm not familiar with because I'm not the biggest country or you know, I didn't grow up much on that. I do a little bit here and there with like Willie Nelson or Patsy Cline, and you know,
Yeah, the
that's about
classics.
it. But yeah, no, I love the stuff I heard on the record. I think Chip did a great job putting together the project,
Yeah,
and I'm really looking forward to touring with them and coming up at the end of this year. We're doing a European tour
of the Outlaw, or you're
of the
touring.
Outlaw. Yeah,
I didn't
it,
know that.
yeah, it's coming up. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it just yet, but I already did, so fuck it.
That's all right.
But,
No, no, no.
yeah,
I'll
there's
run it
gonna
by
towards
his
the end of
manager.
the year, I believe in November, there's gonna be a Vinny Stigma Outlaw tour
You,
throughout Europe. So if you're
you
listening
heard it
from
here.
Europe, keep your eyes open on the social media, and there should be a post if there's not already. I believe there's already. I think Vinny's already put up dates for it.
That's
But
awesome. No, that's exciting. If you're watching this, you're in Europe, you got to go. It's such a fun show. Honestly, you like hardcore, you like country, you like whatever. Like it was great. I went by myself and I had a blast. I was dancing with stranger. It was great. It was amazing.
and it's going to
Um,
be fun playing just acoustic guitar for a
oh
whole,
yeah,
you know, and like standing in the background just playing like country riffs. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm way into that.
yeah.
So,
No, it's different. So you mentioned like stuff that what did you grow up on? How did this whole thing happen? Like you did you always know that you wanted to sing? Did you always want to be in a band? Were you in bands growing up? What was that like?
yeah, my dad, my mom always played the Beatles around the house, so that's how we got into harmonies and singing. My grandmother and her five sisters were kind of like the Andrew sisters. They not famous, but they were always harmonizing. So I always
Nice.
heard music. My grandfather was always listening to Sinatra and
You're
Al
like
Jolson even and stuff
you're
like
a
that.
Sinatra fan. You like yeah.
Oh yeah, any of that old crooner stuff.
Me too.
I grew. I mean, yeah, that's why I joined that Western Standard Time. I don't know if you heard of that. It's a 20-piece ska orchestra called Western Standard Time,
Okay. Yeah, I know. I
and
heard that name. Yeah.
we
Good.
did a
That's
Christmas record called Blue Beat Holiday, where we do a lot of old standards like Sinatra tunes and Bobby Darin.
oh nice.
And Dean Martin, but it's
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff. So that was probably the stuff. And then my dad and my mom's brother, they were the guys in the 1960s in Cleveland that were listening to the soul music, all the Motown and stuff like that. So, anyways, we had a lot of Motown in the house, and
I love
Tower
Motown.
Power was like the favorite band, which I know that's not Motown. That's going all the way across the country to
Yeah.
the East Bay, but I mean, Tower Power was probably the biggest thing. Tower Power and War were the two main things that I fell in love with as a probably 12 years old. And from there on out, and then just the stories my uncle would always tell about being in the band and the stories my dad would always tell, it just made me want to pick up a guitar and start singing. And long story short, because I've said this story a billion times in a billion other podcasts that I've done, so I don't want to be boring and redundant, but
No, you're not bored.
from 12 years old, it just sparked, and then started in the garage, man. Started with as many different garage bands as I could and putting together the right people. And then by the time I was around 16, it clicked.
Yeah.
Playing with the band called the Rhythm Doctors, which was skinhead reggae, influenced by the Upsetters in 1969 era, if you want
Oh
to get
yeah.
dorky with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were playing LA a lot and started playing San Francisco. And then from the time I was 16 till now, it just became the full, thing in my motivation in my life is music.
Yeah.
And I did every job in between just to be able to stay in a band and keep doing the band as my main goal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where it led to. So
That's how it's got to be done. So so how did the Aggrolites form? Was it you and Roger? Like what? How did that go? And are you from LA originally? Did you grow up in California? You grew up in where'd you grow up?
my family's Cleveland. I
Okay.
was the first one out of my entire family that was born in California.
Nice.
So I didn't grow up in Los Angeles. I grew up about 60 miles east of LA,
Okay.
and it's a little city called Rialto. Um, Nothing really to brag about.
Yeah.
I love being from there. It was a big melting pot, a lot of different cultures, and yeah. I mean, I'm happy. I'm glad where I'm from. But when I started playing a lot and found the main band, which was the Rhythm Doctors, that was based out of L.A. So I was commuting from Rialto to LA all the time with the mindset of I'm gonna get out of Rialto and move to LA eventually,
Yeah.
which
It's
I
the big
eventually
city.
did by the time I was 19, and then that didn't work out, and I ended up somehow in Orange County.
And you've
And
been.
now, speaking of coronavirus, I'm in a city called Corona. That's where I live now.
Oh, nice. Jeez.
So I pretty much lived in every part of Southern California, or every county line at least.
And you never left. You never left
I
California.
never left Southern California. I've thought about it a billion times, but something just brings me back.
Yeah.
I
Gee.
don't know.
Yeah.
And
No.
we
No. No.
spent
Yeah.
so many years on the road with the Aggrolites touring that I kind of feel like I've lived other places anyways. Spent a lot of time in Europe over the year. There was so many years where I spent more time away from home than actually at home.
Yeah.
So like
I
all
bet.
throughout my 20s and 30s, I really didn't even feel like I lived in California, you know.
You guys were
Um,
doing a lot, like
but
200 shows a year, right? Like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But anyway, I changed the subject on you. How did the band start?
No, no.
Easy. The Rhythm Doctors broke up, uh, and then there was a band called the Vessels that were doing the same kind of stuff as the Rhythm Doctors. They broke up too, and then we just took these guys from the Rhythm Doctors and these guys from the Vessels and formed the Aggrolites.
Nice.
And that's really how it started in the simplest form.
Yeah.
We were recording in the studio before we were ever recording any or playing any live shows. Uh, we got all that live experience from our previous bands, so we definitely all knew how to already play and tour. But as far as the beginning of the Aggrolites, it wasn't a band that started out of the garage. It was a band that started in a recording studio because our original guitarist was the house engineer for a studio in Hollywood that was called Signet Sound Deluxe.
Oh, that's
And
convenient.
Signet, yeah, and Signet, the cool thing about Signet was it used to be Motown. When Motown moved
Damn.
from Detroit to LA, they
Wow.
called it Mo West. So yeah, it was very convenient because not only did we have the house engineer with the keys to the studio, we would get to come in at 2 o'clock in the morning and track
Just
there for
do it.
free in a
That's
studio
amazing.
that would cost who knows how much,
Yeah. No, it's
and
nuts.
use gear that they were using in Motown because they still had all the microphones and all that stuff from the Motown days.
That's incredible.
So yeah, that was a great blessing to be able to record all the old Aggrolite stuff. Not all of it, but the first two records and the Two
Analog.
Armstrong solo album that was
Oh
also
yeah.
recorded at Signet. So,
And you
but yeah,
guys.
sorry.
Yeah. No, no, no. Go ahead.
Well, no, once we started recording and pretty much demoing for fun, uh, I don't know. That's when we got an itch to start playing live shows, and it just kind of took off. Uh, Everybody had already known people and had the connections, so it mainly was just make a phone call and get on a bill,
Yeah.
and or send it to this person and maybe they'll look into it and sign it. It was one of those kind of situations. There was already a buzz about the previous two bands to where it wasn't as hard for the Aggrolites to start from the ground up like it was for the previous bands. Yeah.
No, that's great. Do you have a memory of like the first time you were playing live that you felt this is it? Like this is really clicking. Like this is like, was it a specific show or memory or city or something where it kind of like,
I'd have to say the first time the Aggrolites played live. Yeah.
wow.
Uh, Probably would be the Whiskey a Go Go was our first like actual show because we've jumped on the stage and just kind of did a couple songs because everybody was there. Or it'd be because I was also in a band with Brian and Corey called C Spot, which was another old ska band. So it'd be like, oh, everybody's here. And we'd ask the promoter, can we jump on stage and just do a song or two? Yeah, sure. But the first actual show is at the Whiskey a Go Go. And yeah, it felt like magic, man. It was like yo, because we were doing something that I don't feel anybody else was doing at the time. There was
Yeah.
everybody was trying to be Hepcat, at least in LA.
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to be Hepcat, or everybody was trying to be. I don't want to disrespect any bands because I wouldn't say
No.
everybody, but the big thing was being
Goldfinger?
like well in our world because we were from that traditional ska scene, like.
Right, right.
But
Not third
the
wave, but
Hepcat
yeah.
thing, or if you weren't trying to do the Hepcat thing, then you were trying to do the Slacker thing in New York,
Yep, yep,
or the Pie Tasters, or something along that vein. Or then there was the third wave stuff that everybody was trying to be Goldfinger and Real Big Fish, or
yep.
the Aquabats or whatever. But there was nobody trying to play skinhead reggae and jump around stage like they were punk rock.
No,
And
and yeah, and the thing that you guys have that none of those other bands. I mean, you're just very very different, and I don't really use the term ska for you guys. I think it doesn't really like, and I actually don't really like using the term ska for the Bosstones either. I think it kind of dumbs them down. Just as I would thinking about you guys being ska. Not that I love ska and like I love the Pie Tasters and the Slackers, but yeah, you guys are very, to me, like very LA. I don't know. It's just it's different, and I think that that's kind of what people gravitate toward, and it's a you've really like managed to kind of do your own thing, and
yeah, thank you.
yeah, it's
We
no, it's
we
pretty great.
we put a lot of thought into that in the beginning, where we started toking or calling like everything that we had to do with, we were calling dirty reggae. We were
Yep,
putting that on everything. We made that our album title. We made a
yep,
song called that. We chanted it over and over again in our song. We put it on T-shirts because we obviously weren't a ska band. Uh, we didn't want to be called skinhead reggae because nobody in the band was a skinhead at the time.
yeah,
We weren't wearing Fred Perry's and Ben Sherman's and Doc Martens, and we weren't promoting the whole skinhead look on stage. So how could we call ourselves skinhead reggae, even though we were influenced by skinhead reggae?
yeah,
We weren't playing roots reggae. Uh, we were trying to do our own thing. So it was like, hey man, let's try to do what the Specials did. Like how Jerry Dammers, he started Two Tone, and it became a thing. And then there became more two-tone bands and a two-tone label. So right from the beginning, we wanted to brand ourselves as what we call dirty reggae, and in hopes that someday down the line that there would be bands across the world calling themselves dirty reggae also, and it could be some kind of little subgenre that we could be proud of being the first guys doing and calling
yeah.
it that.
It reminds
And
me of ska core, like
exactly, yeah,
that was
yeah,
their thing,
totally,
and
yeah,
and it's like it's kind of partly good marketing too, I think, to create a brand like that. And I
yeah,
kind of hate that word, but it's important, as any artist, any
yeah.
creator, which I also hate that word too. But no, that's great. And thank you for kind of getting into the story.
Yes, I'm stoked on that because now it's close to 25 years later, and
Wow.
and that's like a tear in my eye whenever
Yeah,
I hear a
yeah,
band
no,
from South America or a band from Mexico or Europe or even all the way out in Malaysia and the Philippines, I've heard of bands that call themselves dirty reggae,
That's so
and it
cool.
just makes me feel like yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
That's what all the years of playing 200 days a year and missing out on home and going through whatever bullshit we were going on personally, keeping it feel good music and making people smile across the world. You know what I mean?
that's work. Like
Yeah.
that's
Makes it all worth it.
yeah. No, no, that's great. That's awesome. Are you now? I want to ask you about some like non-music things because this is we're seeking heat and this is kind of hot sauce is like the vessel, but I want to know about like other things like food and stuff like that. Are you a big food guy? I kind of feel like you might be, but
I I I I love Italian food.
do you cook?
Uh, yeah, but I'm no chef or anything.
Same.
I don't sit and cook. I feel dumb to say, but me and my wife DoorDash more than we do anything else.
Same. Yeah. Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
have the time to cook, but
Yeah.
I'm never home. But I love Italian food. My grandmother taught me how to make her sauce back when I was young,
Dude, same.
and
Exactly the same. Yeah.
when she got old, she retired from making it, and then the family had me make it for any
Well,
holiday. What it was. So
that's
like that's like the one thing that I really enjoy doing every 2, 3 times a year is sitting down and making that Sicilian stuff. We called it sue. That's what we called it,
oh
sue.
damn. Is it do you do garlic and onion, one or the other?
I'll
Both? Yeah.
put both in there now. My
Yeah.
grandmother did the same. It's different than most, and I'm sure it's completely wrong, but it's the way that my grandmother taught me how to make it, and people enjoy it. So that's all that matters.
Is it spicy? Is it spicy because it's
No,
Sicilian or
no, I
no?
don't make it
No.
too spicy. No,
Yeah,
no,
just
not
like
too spicy.
red pepper
But it's
flakes,
very meaty. There's a lot of meat in it.
like
You know,
actual meat, like animal, like beef or pork.
beef, pork, and I put a marrow bone in it. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
nice.
meat sauce for sure.
Yeah,
It's definitely
that's
that's
Sunday
the stew.
gravy.
That's what they call stew, or at
Yeah,
least my family.
we called it Sunday gravy, and now you say gravy, and people don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I say sauce now, which I don't. My mother, if she was alive, she'd fucking hate that. But yeah, gravy was what it was. Um, what's your favorite food besides Italian food?
Besides Italian food, I really like going to those teppan places,
Okay.
like the Japanese, hibachi kind of steak and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
we just did that.
I
I
love
just
that,
did.
and I love sushi. So I
Yeah,
guess I love Japanese food a lot too. Second to
yeah,
that, and
yeah.
uh,
Same.
and I really enjoy ramen. I like ramen a lot. I like Asian food
Me
a
too.
lot.
Yeah,
Um,
it's my other favorite next to Italian for sure.
and Mexican food, of course. I live in LA. I mean, not LA, but I'm so used to saying LA for everything. I live
Yeah,
in
but
Southern California. You can't live in Southern California and not enjoy Mexican food.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
must. It's just a must. You have to like Mexican food if you're from here.
yeah, I know. I've been to LA a few times and definitely did the Mexican food thing, and it's incredible. I'm a New Yorker. Like I lived in New York for many years. I grew up in the suburbs and stuff, and I never knew the Mexican that I always thought that our Mexican food was good in New York. I live in Connecticut now, so it's like a cultural food desert kind of. You know what I mean? Like there's no like I miss the grit of New York. Do you like New York? Are you a New York guy or?
I love New York.
Yeah. You seem to me like honestly, like, you seem very New
New
York.
Yorkie.
Yeah, no, you do. I don't know if it's the Italian thing or what, but like I don't know, to me like you have a New York sensibility and maybe that's why you and Vinny get along so well.
I growing up my whole life, a lot of friends would tease me, uh, thinking that I wasn't from California, and
That's such a
especially
weird
when
thing
they
to
hear the
tease
way that my
about.
parents talk.
Yeah.
But
Like
no,
like
like I said,
Ohio.
everybody's from Cleveland, so
Yeah.
I probably have that Cleveland kind of thing going on,
Yeah,
But
it's an interesting accent that you have, and people say to me too, like, you don't sound like you're from New York. You sound like you're from California, is what I get. I'm like, I think it's because growing up, everybody in my family is loud. and like, yeah, we got to get coffee, we got to do this, we got to, and I worked so hard to make myself not sound like that, and I kind of
Yeah.
regret it. Like I wish I sounded like that. I wish I had the New York, you know, drawl, but I it comes out sometimes. But
Well, I do love New York, though. I've never had a bad time in New York.
when was
It's
the last
always
time you
been
guys
great.
played New York? Has it been a while since you've played New York?
Last time we played, shit, you got me. Maybe with the Slackers.
Oh wow,
Maybe Vic's a big rub off on me. I spent a lot of time with Vic Ruggiero. We've done a lot of touring and records together. So maybe Vic's kind of rubbing off on me with
Brooklyn,
this.
Brooklyn
I don't know.
guy. Yeah, I love the Slackers.
I did want to
Another
bring
great
this up because I didn't know if the show was going to be about hot sauces and a little bit about
about
the
everything.
band or what. But this right here is called
Ooh,
Campfire,
okay. Making a
Hillman's
note.
Campfire, and
Okay.
this is probably the best hot sauce I've ever had in my life. My buddy Herman G-Man, he lives in a city called Long Beach and out here, and these are his friends Blair and Sarah Bell Hillman. Right? They came from Nebraska and they moved out to Long Beach, and they started growing peppers in their backyard and this and that, made it like a little hobby of theirs. And they started just bottling up this stuff on their own. And they have two different, they got the Carolina Reaper, which is like the extra hot one,
You
and they
like the
have the
Reaper?
regular. But there's something about this sauce that you put it on anything and it makes it,
Yeah.
I mean, anything. And it's got this like, it's called Campfire for a reason. I mean, I don't know if it's the reason, but when you put it on your stuff, it's got like that real smoky type of flavor to it. It's very
Yeah.
smoky.
Yeah. I
But
love it.
no,
I'm
I
checking it
mean
out.
he showed me this, and anytime that he'd get a bottle, I would be like, "Hey, can you get me one? Can you get me one?" And because it's not something. This isn't something you could just buy on the shelves. It's not something that I think she moved back. Unfortunately, Blair passed away a few years back,
I'm sorry.
and she ended up moving back home to Nebraska, and now she just bottles it for her close friends and for maybe a few shops out in Nebraska where she lives.
Okay.
But yeah, whenever I could get my hands on a bottle of this, it goes so fast because like I bring it to the barber shop whenever there's a bottle at the barber shop, and we put it on everything. Whenever we get something, it's like, I know it sounds corny, but Del Taco even or
It's
whatever,
not
like
corny at all,
keep
man.
keep keep the hot sauce. We got the stuff in the fridge and we always throw this stuff on it. So yeah,
Yeah. It's
Hillman's Campfire. This is the probably the best, my favorite hot sauce. And if I ever see you and I ever get an extra bottle, I will bring you a bottle of this just so, because I
man.
know you love hot sauce yourself, and I'd love for you
I
to
appreciate that.
give
We'll
this a
we'll
taste.
trade. We'll trade. My arsenal is it's a little bit much. I received 13 bottles of hot sauce in the mail today, which luckily I have a very supportive wife partner who doesn't give me shit for it. She's it's, I have some hot sauce for you too, my dude. I'm excited to like look at I at least even just check it out. Um, you had me. I wanted to ask something. But okay. So you like Reaper? Like you're into like the crazy shit
I do, but not. I mean, I can't
sparingly.
throw it all over, and but
Nor
I can
should you.
handle heat. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law,
Um,
that's another thing. Like every Christmas or whatever, every holiday, the in-laws are always buying me hot sauce. Like, so me and
I
my
love
wife
it.
have an entire, because I love hot sauce. I love barbecue sauce. Like I'm the kind
Yeah.
of guy that'll just go to the fridge and I'll drink Worcestershire sauce. Like I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Everybody makes fun of me. Like everybody that knows me, if we're gonna go sit at a restaurant, there's different sauces on the table. I'm pouring it on my hand and tasting
I
it.
want
And,
to. I want to go and eat with you. That I keep thinking like I like the idea of like a sipping hot sauce, and I've thought about this, and I've kind of like
ooh,
approached
that would be awesome. That would be
right,
awesome. Just
right.
a hot sauce that you could just drink. Like just
Yeah,
that would be the
like just
coolest thing in the world.
that's
Coming up with something like that.
I've been thinking about it for a while, and like I don't drink anymore. I've been sober for like almost 4 years, and like hot sauce definitely serves like a purpose in that regard. So like I thought, yeah, like putting it in like cool bottles and like I don't know. I feel like it seems like people would be into it. I don't know. We'll see.
I Back to my mother-in-law buying me the hot. She bought me the Stevo one from Jackass.
I've seen that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't even smell it
Too
I mean,
much.
and I'm sure it's great, but yeah, I can't handle heat like that. You know what I
I
mean?
don't. Yeah, the more I try these, the more I'm like, I don't. I like flavor over heat. I also am really trying to like gravitate towards companies that grow their own peppers that are really small, that because a lot of people co-pack, a lot of people like get, like they like it's like white label, they like make a sauce and then somebody else makes it. It's too saturated, it's too much. So I've been trying to really focus on small batch and support smaller businesses and stuff like that. But
I got a proposal for you.
let's go.
I've always wanted to call something. Here's a good one. Agro sipping sauce.
Yeah. Is that really something that you thought of like
Not
for
sipping sauce, but Agro hot sauce.
dude? Agrabah sipping sauce is,
Agro on it. I'll sell it at every damn show we have.
dude. All right, we gotta. Okay, no, seriously, man. I mean, the whole collaboration thing and like making bottles with people I like and admire and bands is
Yeah.
honestly like that. That's something that I want to make a main thing for this whole thing. Like, yeah, I got to hang out with the Descendants a couple of months ago, and like it was so cool just being able to like shoot the shit with them and talk about hot sauce and food and stuff. And like, I think somebody's gonna be doing a bottle for them soon too. So like, that's a thing. But dude, seriously, I'm gonna start picking brains on that.
The just the idea of a sipping sauce, because that is, if anybody knows me and loves to make fun of me, first off, I rub my face. I do this all the time.
Yeah,
Everybody
you don't
that
have
knows me
pimples though.
says, "What, you rub your face? You got, yeah." That's why my nose is this way, because I've been doing this since I was a kid. And the other
Yeah,
thing is, why you always got to freaking go up to the bottle and drink out of it? Why every damn time we're in a restaurant, you have to embarrass us? You have to pour it on your hand and taste it. And
dude,
before you
I
know it,
love it.
we're at the restaurant, and I got half the bottle gone because I drank half the damn thing before I even get the food. You know what I mean? But the idea that
It's an
you said
appetizer,
of
aperitif, right? Aperitif.
the idea you have of coming up with a sipping sauce and making cool little bottles to make it, oh my God, that's fucking brilliant.
Like sniff, was it snifter,
Yeah,
like little,
yeah, I
yeah.
know what you mean. Those like sniffing salt things that people use or something, or oh,
Yeah, just
it's
like little.
yeah,
No. The like the mini bottles, like the mini bottles of liquor that like
oh yeah,
alcoholics
yeah,
get dirty
something
of
like
and
that.
drink.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah, yeah,
dude.
yeah. Something. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. It's different. Yeah. No, I mean the Aggrolites version of that could be really fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Vinny's
Agro
still,
sipping sauce.
dude. Yeah, man. Are you guys working on anything right now? Are you doing new
The
music with
Aggrolites,
them?
yeah, we're actually doing a few things. We're in the process of writing right now. We haven't gotten in
Nice.
the studio yet, but hopefully we'll have a new Aggrolite album out uh, by, I would say, April of next year.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
there's also a project we're working on with uh, there's an old timer Jamaican singer that we've been working with a lot lately, doing live shows with, and we're working on a record with him right now as well.
Oh,
And we
nice.
plan on getting in the studio for that sometime next month. So there's those two things. Aside from Aggrolites, me and Vic Ruggiero and our friend Nico Leonard from Belgium, we recorded our third album called Reggae Workers of the World.
Somebody literally just asked, I don't know if that's the guy, but yeah, as you
Uh,
said that, it came up. What about the reggae workers?
yeah, so that's it's like Vic Ruggiero from the Slackers, myself and Nico Leonard, who plays in multiple bands from Belgium, the Moon Invaders, the Caroligians, and a lot more. He has a studio out there that he and a label called Batasonic.
Okay.
So it was always kind of like the side project to get away from our bands that we spend so much time with, and for our own sanity, record something completely different and off the wall.
Yeah.
So even though it's called Reggae Workers of the World, it doesn't necessarily mean that every song is a reggae song. It's just the fact that I think it was Nico's idea, where it was kind of like make it like a union, like
Yeah.
but we're the reggae workers. We're all in reggae bands,
A
but
collective.
collective, we're workers of the world, and we come to Belgium to record this album. So you could
That's
find the
cool.
first album on Bandcamp. It's not on Spotify. I don't know why. It will be soon, but it hasn't been. But the first album's on Spotify, and the second one is on, or not Spotify. I'm sorry, Bandcamp. The second
Nice.
one is on Spotify, and the third one we just got done recording in Belgium, and we're
Damn.
currently mixing it. So hopefully that'll be out by April of next year as well.
I'll
And
be
if
checking
anybody
that
wants
out.
to find anything on my page, there's a link tree in my profile there. And if you go on the link tree, it has, you could pretty much listen to anything I put out over the last 20 years. I think I got the majority of it on there. And
Nice.
along, if you want to book a haircut, that's on there too.
Dude,
Scallywag Barbers.
how long what's the shop called?
The shop is called Scallywag Barbers, and it's located in Fullerton, California,
How long have you been cutting hair?
since COVID.
Damn.
Yeah, COVID was because as everybody knows, live music stopped,
Yeah.
and that was pretty much all I was doing for years, other than you know little side jobs in between tours. But yeah, my buddy has the shop, and I was talking to him one day, and he said, "Hey, man, if you got nothing going on, right now's the time to get your license, and you could come work here with me, and and then
That's
when
great.
things pick up again, then as long as you pay me rent, you could go play in your band and do whatever." So it's a good job to have besides the other
Perfect.
job.
Yeah, no,
And I
that's
don't think he
great.
really thought I was going to do it. I went home that day and I went online and I found a school, and I signed up, and I was in school by that Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like 3 days later, I was in school, and it took about 10 months. And then as soon as I got my barber's license, I went to work the very next day
Yeah,
and
yeah.
been there
No,
ever
that's
since.
great.
So
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like akin to like guys in hardcore bands who are tattoo artists too. Like
yeah,
that's
a
like
lot
a
of
good
guys
way.
become a lot of musicians either become barbers or tattoo artists.
Yeah, yeah. I get tattooed by the guy. Have you heard of a band called Restraining Order? Hardcore
No.
band. He tattoos up here in Connecticut. Yeah, no, I think that's great. I love that. And finding a good barber, man. It's I remember growing up going to the old Italian guys. I remember just like hating my haircut every single fucking time I got it cut because I always wanted like a fade, but I just didn't know how to say it. So they just, they did whatever the fuck they wanted to do. So now I'm like very select. I actually started going to a salon and they only charge like 25 bucks, but because I'm growing my hair out and I'm like, should I keep cutting it? Like, what do you think? Like every 6 months, get it like trimmed or something? I don't know.
You asking me?
Yeah, how do you do that? Because like people say to get it trimmed so that it like grows in healthy. I just want it like a little bit of length. You
I
know
don't
what I
know.
mean?
Maybe every 2 months. I wouldn't say every 6 months. You're gonna look like a hippie if you do that.
Yeah, yeah, no, I don't want that.
But
No, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I
oh,
said
I think
not
you said
necessarily.
6 months. I was like,
No,
damn,
no,
what
no.
are you,
Maybe I did. Maybe,
Forrest
yeah, yeah.
Gump or what?
No, 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 no. Walton Goggins, like his
Yeah,
hair. Like
yeah,
I really
six
like this.
weeks. Yeah, maybe a
Yeah,
little over a month. 6 weeks to 2 months would be a good trim. Every if you want to keep it lengthy and not look like a Marine or anything. Yeah, probably every 6 weeks or so.
which I used to do like the crazy fades. Are you seeing a lot of fades now? People are they moving on from that haircut, or is that still
Yeah,
popular?
our barber shop it's one of those kind of traditional. It's got that look to it
Like
where
old
it's
school?
the old, like, yeah, like the rockabilly kind of
Yeah,
pompadour,
yeah, that's great.
skin fade, flat top kind of barber shop. We do the straight razor shave and the beard all that stuff. But
Yeah,
I mean, the main haircut that we do out here or at least at our shop is skin fades. Skin fades are really popular in the barber shop.
yeah, 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 yeah. I was doing that for a long time, and I was like, I kind of want to try something else. I don't know. Um, what's something about you that anybody who likes your band or follows you would be surprised to know that you like to do
Hmm.
or that you like? Like, are you a good bowler? Do you, you know?
uh, no, I do like to golf, and I never thought I'd
Ha!
say I never
Interest.
thought I'd say that.
I
I
didn't
always
take you
thought
for a
golf was like
golfer.
a rich guy snobby,
Yeah,
and
it's
and
kind of
it seems so
transcended.
like golf.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I don't know, maybe about close to 10 years or less, my old man bought me a set of. I'm left-handed too. I never was able
Oh
to do
wow.
anything, borrow somebody's clubs because everybody's right-handed. But he bought me some cheap left-handed clubs one day when I came home from tour, and we went to some cheap golf course down the street here. And I don't know. I don't know if it was just the bonding and hanging out with my dad
Yep.
and just the experience of being outside and away from stressful shit.
Yeah,
But then
yep,
the more and more I played it and realizing that there are some cheap golf courses around, the more and more I realize like, hey, this is a sport that I'm playing where I don't need to be embarrassed. I'm playing against myself.
yep.
Only I could get better at this. It's and it's peaceful to me. I mean, a lot of people get mad on the course and scream at the ball or throw their clubs around, but
Yeah.
you're outside, man. Any day out there in that nice green grass and a nice field and the trees and all that, that's better than any day stuck indoors somewhere, you
Meditative.
know.
You said with your dad, I started playing golf during COVID, like a lot of other people, and I was living in Florida at the time, and my dad lives in Florida, and I played so much with my dad, and he's still around, but like honestly, some of the best memories I'll always cherish are playing golf with my dad during
Yeah,
COVID. It was like
I have to
it was
agree
great,
on that.
so much
Definitely,
fun.
definitely agree 100%. And then my parents recently moved to South Carolina, so
Oh yeah,
we don't get to golf like that like we used to anymore. But I definitely miss those days because we'd go
yeah,
at least once, twice, two, three times a month, and that'd always be like the thing in the week I'd look forward to is spending a good 4 hours on the course just shooting the shit with my dad and talking about anything and everything under the sun,
100%.
and not feeling like you're with your dad anymore, feeling like you're with your homie.
Bro,
You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
you know
Yep,
what I mean?
yep.
Like,
My dad is saved in my phone as Dad Bro, and my brother is John. He's John Bro. My meet when the three of us are together, we go to Yankee games, and it's like we're literally we're homies. Like it's different now.
yeah.
We're 30 years apart, but it doesn't feel like it.
But I understand the whole thing about golf and people talking about, oh, that's rich people golf, fuck that, golf
Not
and all that.
anymore.
But no, I mean, I don't know. I found a place that's cheap. I could afford $25 to go
Yeah,
golfing, and like you could find a nice cheap set of clubs at Walmart and
and
just
they're
go
great.
swing the ball around and hack it, and it's pretty damn fun. I enjoy golf. I
It
love
is.
bowling too, but I suck at it.
Yeah,
My wife kicks my ass at bowling. I can't. I could bowl, but not like her. She could. Man,
yeah.
she's just a natural at every damn sport. My wife's a natural at doing.
That's
So
awesome. Are you a baseball fan?
I love going to baseball games and I'll watch the World Series, but I don't know anything of. I. That's the funny thing about the barbershop is we're that barbershop where the guys, all three of the barbers, all three of us we can't talk sports. We don't
Not
know
sports
enough
guys.
about sports. No,
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I,
I
I
only
mean, I,
like
I love
baseball.
watching a World Series or something, but I can't sit and talk to you about this and that and what is the online shit that people do nowadays so they can
Oh, the betting?
what do they call
Oh,
that thing
oh,
the
analytics? Oh,
fantasy
fantasy stuff?
football and
Yeah, yeah. That stuff is, or fantasy baseball, fantasy.
I think
But
it's
the
cool. It's
betting
a
stuff,
reason for somebody to be interested in every game rather than just the team that they support, right?
it's true. No, it is. It's cool. I've always been asked to do it, and I haven't because it's like a serious commitment, I think. But, and now I'm doing like just shit that I never thought I'd be doing. I wanted to ask you a really quick question before we stop. Do you know a band called Barbicide? They're not called that anymore.
No, but I
From
love the name.
So they, I you, it's interesting. So it's basically it's Brendog Tween, who was a founding member of the Mephistopheles.
Okay, I know that
Um,
band for sure. Yes.
yeah, so they were. It's sort of basically it was the two original members of the Mephistopheles and a couple other people. And I played with them during COVID. I was playing keyboards, and I'm pretty sure that they recorded with Roger. I think. Um, so I don't know. I was wondering if you knew who they were, but
No,
yeah,
but the name is great because that's the stuff that's the blue stuff on the barber's station that you
exactly.
the barber side.
Yeah. No, yeah, and they use that as their. I think they changed their name now because unfortunately the drummer passed away in like a tragic accident, so they're not called Barbicide anymore. But Yeah, they're like a ska band, and they do some Mephiskapheles stuff too. But that was
I'll
the
check
last.
them out. Is I could find them on YouTube or anything
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
they're on Spotify. Yeah, I did shows with them, and I just that was the last band I played in, and I just got stressed out and I stopped playing. I don't know. I got defeated as I do with music, but listen, I don't want to take up any more of your time, man.
Well,
But
I
you this
appreciate it, man. Yeah, this is good.
this
I'm
was so
glad we
much
finally
fun.
got to do this. Thank you
Yeah,
very
man.
much for having me.
No, listen, thank you so much for doing it, for taking the time out of your day. It sounds like you got a lot of great shit coming up. I'm excited to follow and see and listen, and I'm going to check out everything that you told me about that I didn't know about. Um, yeah, no,
And then, am I
de-
able to share this thing on my page somehow? Just
yeah.
share.
So I'm going to share it, and I'll invite you to collaborate, and then I'm also going to upload it to YouTube too, so it'll be there. And I feel like people are more inclined to watch stuff on YouTube like this
Yeah.
long form. So it'll be on there, and it'll be on my page, and then you'll be able to have it on yours too.
Okay. Thank you very much again, man. It was nice to talk to you again.
Likewise, Jesse. This is great.
Take care.
You too, man.